Hello, my name is Mary Stea, and I have a lot of things I've done in my career. I started out as a racehorse rider in my late teens, and I started at a training center in Hunt Valley, Maryland, that was owned by Alfred Vanderbilt, the brother of Gloria Vanderbilt, the fashion designer. And so his training center housed Native Dancer, which was one of the 1960s Preakness winners. And I started as a horse rider who didn't have any experience. And I went to the trainer there, Timothy Boyce, and begged him for a job. I went to him and told him, please hire me. I'll even work for half of what you pay everybody else. Well, to his credit and to his class, he hired me, and he didn't pay me half, he paid me the thing. He paid me exactly what he paid everybody else, and he taught me how to ride. And so in my early days, I was very green. I didn't know anything about riding horses. I'd never been on a horse in my entire life. And they threw me up on yearlings and 2-year-olds right from a green rider. And I'll tell you what, I was in the dirt every time the wind blew, but I always got back on. And so one of the things I'd like to tell you, if you're just starting out in a career, just starting out in school or whatever, go ahead and make your mistakes. Don't be afraid to fail, because it's the failures that will teach you the lessons you need to learn to be really good at what you want to do. A lot of young people ask me, they tell me that they're undecided, but people are pressuring them to choose a certain career path, usually in an office, and they are not really sure that they want to do that. So they kind of flounder a little bit and kind of hesitate. And the thing I'd like to tell you is, what did you want to do when you were a young child? Did you want to be a rock star or an actor? Did you want to join the circus? Well, I'm going to tell you something. My parents did the same thing to me. They said that I told them that I wanted to ride racehorses, and they said, that's too hard. You're too tall, you're allergic to horses, you can't do it. And so it's too hard, you have to know somebody. Well, the thing is, I found out that not only could I do it, but I did do it. I did learn how to ride racehorses. And I may not have ridden races, but I was an exercise rider on the racetrack. And so I have to say those were wonderful years of my life, and I'm glad I did it. And I'm glad I didn't say to them that I will sure go ahead and get a job at McDonald's or whatever. No offense to McDonald's workers, but I would say to you, follow your dreams. Don't just go where people want you to go, because you're going to be miserable. And if you think that you might want to go to school, but you're not really sure if you want to go now or later, go later. When you're young is the time to fulfill your dreams and see what you want out of life. I guess one of the major obstacles that I see is, first of all, you have to ditch your perfectionism. Perfectionism is one of the hardest things to overcome. I'm a reformed perfectionist, and I have to tell you that I did a lot of wasting time trying to be perfect right off the bat, because a lot of projects don't get started if you're a perfectionist, because you think if you can't be perfect right off the bat, you're not going to start. So don't do that. Just think about getting the job done, not about being perfect, because it's all about getting it done by the deadline, and not really wasting time on how to be perfect, because frankly, you can't be perfect yet. You're just learning. And another thing is, that leads into the second part of it, is don't be afraid to fail. When I started school, I failed a couple of times. And one of the problems that I had was I was such a perfectionist that I felt like I had to get 100% on every test and an A+ on every paper and every test that I did and every paper. And it just stressed me out to the point where I felt like I couldn't do the job. So once I relaxed and just realized that it was more important to get the job done rather than about it being perfect, then I could relax and get through the entire 4 years of school. Again, my name is Mary Stea, and I'm starting these videos because I'm hoping to inspire people who might be going through the same kinds of issues that I went through when I started a career. And I've done a lot of things. I used to ride racehorses, and then I went and did other things. I raised my kids, bought a home. Then I turned around and went to school, and I studied liberal arts and studied human rights law, and I got very heavily involved in public speaking. And then I did some public speaking at the United Nations on the Commissioner of the Status of Women for the last 3 years. So I've been through a lot, and I just wanted to show you some of the things that I made mistakes along the way, and a lot of hard lessons that I had to learn, and I'm hoping to show you that you can overcome these things, because I overcame a lot of challenges and a lot of difficulties, and I can show you how to do that too. My company's name is My Life, for goodness sake, and we hope to see you again sometime. Thank you.